The princess of Veltara Prime thought her human escort was nothing more than a political joke, soft, fragile, unarmed. In a galaxy of telepaths, cyborgs, and four-armed warriors, humans were considered the weakest. But when 12 assassins struck in a single coordinated ambush, this weak human didn't flinch. He moved like instinct wrapped in calm precision, a predator in a suit. And in less than a minute, 12 trained killers lay broken on the marble floor. While the princess realized she had underestimated humanity's most terrifying strength. If stories like this remind you why humans always surprise the galaxy, hit that like button. Subscribe for more epic HFY moments where humanity proves again and again why we're the legends of the stars. And hey, share this with someone who loves a good underdog moment. Let's show the universe what we're made of. The crystalline spires of Veltara Prime shimmered beneath 3 golden suns, reflecting light across the landing platform like liquid glass. Princess Jasmine of the Veltaran Empire stepped forward, every motion elegant, deliberate, the kind of grace born from generations of breeding and combat training. Behind her followed the reason she was quietly fuming. A human. Harry. That was his name. Simple. Ordinary. He looked more like an office clerk than a royal protector. Brown hair, neatly combed, plain black suit, no visible armor, no weapon. Just there. When the Galactic Council had announced her escort, she had expected a warrior from the Kryn, perhaps a telepathic Thornian, but a human? From a species that had barely left their homeworld 2 centuries ago? It felt like an insult. She whispered, her tone slicing through the translator. "You human? Do you even know what danger means here?" Harry didn't answer. His eyes moved constantly, scanning corners, shadows, faces, calm, watchful. Jasmine's tail twitched with irritation. Unbelievable. They send me a babysitter from a primitive world. She had no idea that the man she dismissed would soon rewrite her entire understanding of what danger really meant. The Grand Summit Hall was a cathedral of alien brilliance, marble floors alive with embedded starlight, banners from 47 worlds fluttering in artificial breeze. Every corner hummed with political tension and veiled agendas. Princess Jasmine delivered her speech flawlessly, her voice a melodic mix of pride and diplomacy. Cameras orbited silently, broadcasting her words across the galaxy. And behind her, as always, stood the human, quiet, motionless, forgettable, until he moved. When she stepped down from the podium, Jasmine noticed something strange. Harry had shifted position, not behind her but to her right, angled toward the crowd. His hand brushed subtly against his sleeve, and for a moment his expression changed. Calm turned calculating. "Could you at least pretend to look professional?" she hissed. No answer, just eyes, tracking. Then, in a single breath, the air split. A Kryn assassin lunged from the crowd, plasma blade blazing blue fire. Jasmine froze. She hadn't even sensed the attack. Harry didn't hesitate. He stepped forward, redirected the blade, and used the alien's momentum against him. A crack of stone echoed as the assassin hit a pillar, motionless. 1 strike, 1 second. The princess finally turned to stare and realized something was very, very wrong. Before Jasmine could even process what had happened, chaos erupted. 3 poison darts streaked toward her neck, silent, invisible death from a cloaked Thornian. But Harry's hand flashed up, faster than her eyes could follow. He caught all 3 between his fingers and flicked them back. The assassin dropped instantly, paralyzed by their own venom. 2 seconds. 2 enemies down. Her royal guards scrambled, but they were too slow, too civilized. From above, 3 more attackers descended, plasma whips cracking through the air. Betrayers of her own species. Harry yanked her behind a pillar just as the floor erupted in molten scars. Then he was gone, rolling, ducking, striking. He wasn't faster than them, he was smarter. Each motion calculated, each move a prediction. He turned their coordination into chaos. A nerve strike here, a thrown chalice there. Another body fell. Then another. When the last of the trio tried to run, Harry's arm wrapped around their throat. Silence. The marble trembled with an explosion. 4 crystalline Zexnari commandos burst through the wall, graviton rifles humming. Harry grabbed a fallen plasma whip, activated it, and, impossibly, redirected their graviton blasts into feedback loops. The weapons imploded. 47 seconds had just begun. The noise faded. Smoke drifted through the shattered hall like ghosts of violence. 12 assassins, unconscious, broken, or worse, lay scattered across marble once polished for diplomacy. Jasmine stood frozen, her mind blank. The human she had dismissed as useless now straightened his tie, calm as ever. His jacket was burned, torn, but his composure, untouched. He spoke into his comm. Status report. As if he'd just finished paperwork. Finally, she whispered, voice trembling. How did you do that? Harry turned, eyes quiet, but sharp, ancient, almost predatory. Princess, he said softly, humans don't have natural armor, enhanced senses, or telepathic tricks. What we have is pattern recognition, endurance, adaptability. He gestured toward the fallen assassins. Your kind evolved in peace. Ours didn't. We came from a world that tried to kill us every day. Storms, beasts, disease. We didn't become civilized because we were peaceful. We became civilized despite being very, very good at violence. Jasmine stared, awe and fear rippling through her scales. That calmness she'd mistaken for weakness. It wasn't calm at all. It was restraint. For the first time, she realized, the galaxy's most dangerous weapon wore a suit. As security teams poured into the hall, weapons drawn, the chaos finally began to settle. Medical drones hovered, scanning for survivors, while stunned delegates whispered about what they had just seen. A human had taken down 12 professional assassins. Alone. Princess Jasmine walked beside Harry through the smoke and debris. Every step felt heavier now, not from fear, but from understanding. The council knew, didn't they? She asked quietly. Yes, ma'am, Harry replied, eyes forward. They expected an attempt. That's why they sent a human. He didn't say it with arrogance, just fact. Simple truth. Humans weren't the strongest or the fastest or the most advanced. But they remembered something the galaxy had long forgotten. What it meant to fight for survival every single day, to bleed, to adapt, to overcome. As they reached the exit, Jasmine looked at him, truly looked, and saw not a primitive creature, but the echo of every ancestor who had clawed their way out of danger and into the stars. In that moment, she whispered to herself, never underestimate Earth. Because somewhere in the vast silence of the galaxy, one truth now rang louder than ever. Humans don't just survive, they excel at it.